one of my favorite things about your character is the way he interacts with Sarah. Do you think you being a real-life dad kind of feeds into that a bit?
100%. 100%. I mean, I feel like I could have done this role, and I could have probably done it decent justice 4 years ago before my son was born, but now, it's, when you become a parent, life changes dramatically. And so, certain things that I would have assumed or maybe played as a character choice are second nature now. And so, yeah, being a parent 100% translates over into this. And Indy and I have such a phenomenal, I literally, I don't know where she's at now, she's over there. I literally am like her dad on a daily basis, even off screen. It's become pretty interesting in that way. Yeah, I was carrying her shoes for her earlier while she needed to change. So it's awesome.
Were you heartbroken when you read that Kyle had cheated on Lana?
Yes, I was. I mean, look, it's a twofold answer here, right? Because on one hand, I'm rooting for them because I love working with them. I think the dynamic within the Cushing now Cortez family is just, we have such great chemistry off screen that it translates, and I think it crackles on camera as well. And so when I first read that, I'm like, this is gonna change things quite a bit. But at the same time, it's an interesting place to go, right? Like you can, when things are good all the time and stuff, it gets a little monotonous, especially in a television show. So when you throw a curveball like that and it becomes this big messiness that we're in right now, I think it makes for great television. And kudos to our writers for doing that and making those choices.
Is there going to be any conflict that the mayor and the fire chief used to be married to each other?
We'll see. I mean, think about it. Small town politics. There's always going to be somebody that's going to call something out, even if it's not really happening. So yes, I would say, I haven't read anything about that yet, but I would say it's safe to say we're going to see a little bit of that element too, because she's now technically my boss.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did Kyle want to punch Mayor Dean?
You win the red carpet.
If we put it this way, if we were on a network that allowed for profanity, etc., there would have been a lot of that, and there probably would have been a couple of punches directly to the jaw. Eric, who plays Mayor Dean in the show, he's a great guy in real life, but man, does he play smug well. Like, I literally, in those moments filling those things, the adrenaline gets going, and I'm like, I want to punch him.
You get confused on set with so many Erics and Jordans and things like that.
It gets a little confusing. There's, in the makeup trailer, there's a little post-it note that says, Alex plays Jordan, Jordan plays Jonathan, just as a running joke, because early on everybody would call them by their character names and it got confusing, but I think we're all on track now.
Will we get to see Kyle on Bizarro World?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, we're still in the midst of, we're shooting 12 at the moment, so we've got 3 episodes left. Haven't seen what's coming down the pipeline yet. I have a few ideas of what may be working, but haven't seen it. I hope so. Don't have any spoilers for you.
Has your son been able to meet Superman?
He has.
How did he react?
It's the coolest thing. So like he knows him obviously as Tyler, but if you ask him who Superman is, he's like, Tyler. So, because he knows Tyler, my son's right over there actually. Hi buddy. He's, yes, so now I'm going to tear up. See, this is what happens when you're a parent. He gets to go to school, right? He's in preschool, and he's like one of the few people in the world that can legitimately tell his friends, like, I know Superman. And it's like, they're like, no, I know Superman, for real, I do. It's true, right?
And for my last question, what has it been like for you to be part of such a historic Superman show?
Oh man, it's awesome. It's like, when you grow up, regardless of how massive a fan you are, or if you're not a big comic, it doesn't matter. Like, you grow up and you know who Superman is. You have Superman pajamas. Before you can even make decisions on what you're going to wear, your parents are dressing you with the big S on your chest, you know? And so, to be a part of something that's not just an American icon, it's a global icon. And we see that, with social media nowadays and fan interactions and stuff. It's amazing, man. I mean, like, I'll literally forever be a small piece of this massive thing that is Superman and Lois,